I am here today as the Prime Minister of our proud nation. We've done so well, we are now world leaders, having achieved 469 deaths per million, which is higher than anywhere else in the world. We're 120 times higher than Australia and New Zealand, and over 1,000 times higher than Hong Kong. We have even beaten the Greeks and Romans. As Cicero said, the safety of the people is the highest law, and all these countries have followed this philosophy, whilst I've just read the books. But let me be absolutely clear, this is not a time to let up. Countries record their figures in different ways, so we could have even higher figures than I have outlined. So, I am positively encouraging you to return to work tomorrow, so get your skates on. If you work on a construction site and need to carry a sheet of plasterboard, make sure it's more than 2 meters long. And we are working with manufacturers to make sure all building materials will soon come in minimum 2.5 meter lengths. And if you work in one of those places where they make things, factories, I think that's it, pick up your lathe or workstation and move it away from anyone else to ensure social distancing. So, the message is clear. Go back to work, but don't use public transport. There really is no need. Just ask your driver to drop you off. And if you are unfortunate enough to need to catch a bus, stay alert. If you suspect someone may have held the grab rail or sat on the seat you intend to occupy, then stand in the middle of the bus and repel all those attempting to pass. I am announcing today that I have now managed to get hold of more PPE from a guy who sent me an email from Nigeria. I've sent him the government's bank details and he's promised me millions of masks by the end of the week. Opinion has been split on wearing masks. But let me be absolutely clear, don't wear a mask, as I think it makes you look like a bank robber, and I've been there before, and I got into a lot of trouble. And now, at long last, I am taking the kind of decisive action Churchill would be proud of, and insisting that sometime soon, anyone arriving by air will be asked to quarantine for 14 days, if it's not too much trouble. If you arrive by ferry or are French, you don't have to quarantine, because a lot of my friends have houses in the Dordogne and need to drive over now and again to turn their cheese. Our spectacular success means you can now meet one other person from another household in the park. Don't ask me why. We are following the science we choose to follow. So, you can meet a mate in the park, but you can't play golf with that person because although you use separate equipment and a separate ball, it is a well-known contact sport, all those scrums and tackles. So let me be absolutely clear. You can't play golf, but you can play tennis because I like tennis. And you can also now drive as far as you want to England's sunlit uplands, but not to Wales or Scotland, or you'll get arrested. And what fine Englishman or woman would want to go to those distant wastelands anyway? I never have. So, be proud of what we've achieved together so far. I'm now reaching out to other parties to bring them into the COVID-19 meetings so that when this is all over, they can share the blame for the shambles I've created. I assure you, we are straining every sinew, working day and night, leaving no stone unturned and climbing every mountain, fording every stream, following every rainbow. I've seen those in poor people's windows, very sweet. To continue to organise this piss-up in my local brewery, if it's allowed to open. I'll get back to you on that. So, stay alert, stay at home, stay in the park. Thank you.